EA Sports coverage of the National brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Play action now, Prescott. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mike, 55.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
319. 55. I got him. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Here's Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Mike 51. On play action, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he's brought down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here we go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
51, Mike 51. I'm scared. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. On third down, Elliott. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. There we go. Kill. 51 to Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Hey, let's calm down.
Now Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, it's Elliott. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. A handoff left, Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now Elliott. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Elliott. And he will take it in. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Mike 55.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, Rodgers. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This is caught. Touchdown. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Prescott. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
46. Let's go. 51 to Mike, boys. 51.
Here's Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Taylor. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And it's complete to Adams. Touchdown, Packers! Davante Adams with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands. That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at the 40. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And another juke.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Dillon. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Check 55 to Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike 5-5.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The Panther kicker, Zane Gonzalez, has us ready to go, and we are underway here from Bank of America Stadium. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. On play action, now Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. That's going to be caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 27 yards. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they get him down, but not... Before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That was all Preston Smith. Navigating into the backfield, he gets the tackle for loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Mike 51. Here we go. Gun.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Newton to throw. Rolling to his left. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now Newton. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
I know you feel that. Ready?
A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats for this 1st half of action. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this 1st half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the 1st down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 2.
Coming to you, coming to you. Kill.
Newton now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Come on, D. Mike, 50.
Newton on 1st down.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. But that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To the air again, Newton. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Panthers are on the board here in the final seconds of the 1st half. Now Matt Rule keeping the offense on the field to go for 2 here.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go.
They go with McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taylor now from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Throwing again on second down. Newton, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Quick slant caught by Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Let's go, baby. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Here I come. Here I come. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
They snap it to Newton. Finds a seam inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33.
Right here, guys. Fight 51, Mike 51. Hey! You can't block me.
They fake the give. Newton. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Newton's throw pulled in by Marshall. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
He's crossing. He's checking cross.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
51.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Hubbard again. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
20. 51.
Cam looking to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taylor now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run once more with Dillon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Watch left, watch left.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, Adams, what a grab. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr. had the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Dillon on the counter, and he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
47's the mic.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert.